everybody, I'm Bill Batson, and this is my lovely daughter,
Eden Batson.
We're here today on Blank Talk. We've got quite a few episodes under our belt now, so we kind of know what we're doing. But it's nice to be back. It's nice to be home. I've been on the road for a while traveling. A lot of things going on, but it's good to be home. I'm going to be home for another week and then back on the road again.
Yep.
But first of all, we want to thank everybody.
We went to Texas.
We did. We went to Texas. We had a great time in Texas. The show was a big success for us.
Houston was wonderful.
Yep. They'd never seen anything like what the Batson does.
Nothing like us before.
This is our second year at the Houston Fishing Show. It was the 47th annual, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Houston Fishing Show. It was our second time that we've been there to display. See, we go there to display, right? We obviously don't sell.
No.
So all we do is give stuff away.
We get really hype.
We give a lot of hype.
A lot of hype.
Right?
We're just there to support the industry.
We are. We're there to support the industry. We get a lot of love in Texas.
Yes, we do.
It's one of, I call them my $1 million states, right? So I go down to Texas and we support that whole industry down there. We have the offshore, we have the inshore, we have the bass, we have a little bit of everything in Texas.
We have everyone in Texas.
We got everybody in Texas. So that was amazing. So let's thank some people. Make sure that we thank some people.
We had a bunch of pro staff there. We had a bunch of people helping out at our booth. We had Sean O'Connell.
Yep.
We had Gary Land.
Yep.
We had Captain Corder.
Yep.
We had Adam J.
Yep.
We had Blake Rogers.
Yep.
We had Sarge.
Yeah.
We had Greg Ray.
Yep.
We had Bill Mansell.
Yeah.
And then some companies. We had Tightline Braid with us. They helped us out with a giveaway.
Yeah.
So did Check and Bottom. Check and Bottom actually built a bunch of rods for us.
Yes.
That we could give away.
Yes.
And we ended up giving away 32 fishing rods.
32 custom fishing rods.
This man is insane. Absolutely.
People were telling me I was crazy, and that's a known fact, really.
It is.
I am crazy.
Wild Bill.
But we had a lot of fun.
We did have a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun, saw a lot of people, gave lots of hugs, building the brand. So that was a great show.
It was my first time in Texas.
Her first time in Texas, and we will be back next year, bigger and better.
Bigger and better? Everything's bigger in Texas.
That's right.
Better in Texas?
Yeah.
What is it?
Everything's bigger in
Everything's
Texas.
bigger in Texas.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yep. Did you say Gary Land was with us?
I did say Gary Land.
Okay, make sure.
I couldn't forget Gary Land.
Because I'm going to be traveling to go see Gary Land in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin next week.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, it was my Wisconsin voice.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
So it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. So
we almost went sword fishing while we were in Texas with the Sword Lord himself. We just signed a brand new pro staff.
Yep, we did.
Blake Rogers.
Been watching him for a year. He's very well known in that area as one of the main guys that catching swordfish down there, and it's a really good fishery. It's an offshore fishery, and it's all weather dependent, right?
Yes.
So you can go when you can go. I wanted to go. I had some dates set up, but it didn't work out. Hopefully next year or sometime within the next year, I'll be able to go down and do that, though.
Yeah, so...
You did do something.
Oh, I did do something.
Yeah. Yeah, what'd you do?
I ended up going out with Captain Corder. We went out in Galveston, I believe.
Yes.
And we gigged some flounder.
At night?
Early in the morning.
Early morning.
Early morning. Dark outside. There's a video of it. Which we will be posting. But yeah, Holly went with me. She did some filming, and I gigged my first couple flounder.
Sarge was with you too?
Sarge was with me. Blake was with me, and we went out with Captain Corder, and he was wonderful.
Yeah, Captain Corder is a down-to-earth guy, really nice guy, very helpful. We also signed him lately.
We also signed Captain Corder. He's one of our new pro staff as well.
Yep. He's doing things down there.
He's doing some stuff.
Yeah, he's always
doing something.
He's always doing something.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Texas was good.
Texas was good.
Yep.
I murdered some flounder.
Yep.
In Holliesworth.
But they're so good eating. So after the show, I went and spent another 2 weeks in Texas. I went down all the way to Corpus Christi to see some of my partners in the industry. I went down and saw Rocky at Roy's Bait and Tackle. I went up the coast and saw the new owners of Port O'Connor Rod and Gun. Went and saw Deb and Jeremy. It was nice to meet them, spend some time with them. Ran the rest of the coast all the way down to Alabama, Orange Beach, Alabama, and spent some time at the Rod Room.
The Rod Room?
Yep, with Kathy. Yep, with Kathy and the girls there, and had a great time. I did some fishing also. I fished with John.
No way, you went fishing?
I fished.
Bill Batson?
I actually fished 2 days which was nice.
That's nice.
I got some redfish in.
Some R&D.
Research and development. It's all R&D. It's all R&D. It's the knowledge you're gaining while you're on the water,
that's
you know?
What it is. That's what it is.
That's exactly
We'll
what it
call
is.
We'll call it that.
That's exactly what it is. So I got some redfish in with John Chauchet.
Oh, I didn't go. Don't look at
You
me.
know John Chauchet, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know John.
Yep. And fished twice with him, redfish one day, and did some bass fishing, which was kind of cool. I went to a private bass pond, so I had a good time. But Texas, one of my favorite states. Like I said, we get a lot of love in Texas, and we'll be back again next year.
Yeah.
Every year we go.
So because we are mourning the loss of our sword fishing trip,
Yes.
we decided to talk about swordfish blanks today.
Yep.
I had a conversation with Blake Rogers. We talked to the guys. He's getting some rods built for him right now by Check and Bottom.
Yep.
And we also have some rods that were built by Check and Bottom here.
Yes.
And we decided to start doing this thing called Rod of the Week.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring out one of our built swordfish rods in the blank that we're going to be talking about today, so you can see it all built up. And Check and Bottom actually did this one, and it's
Yes.
on here.
Yep.
Which one is it?
So the one that's preferable down there is the RCTB 56XXH, right? This one has a Winthrop butt. They like the Winthrop butt, so they can stand up and it sits in the rod holder and they can fight later. As you can see, it has a hard grip, hard EVA grip, X-Flock. It has the Alps heavy guides on it. Starts at 25 and runs down to a 12. This is a beautiful build by Check and Bottom. As you can see, I'll leave it there so Holly can move the camera down. And what they do is they put the roller top, that is an Alps roller top, on the tip. Let me show sideways. That's the Alps roller top. So this is the atypical swordfish rod for the daytime sword fishing or nighttime sword fishing that they do in Texas.
Yep.
Right? So in a little bit, what we're going to do is we're going to get Keller out here and he's going to get on the machine. We've got this new toy.
We have a new toy. You guys haven't seen this before.
Yep, we have a new toy and it's a fish fighting simulating machine.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Stay on the line.
Yeah.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
I actually used this exact machine a couple years ago at the Fred Hall show and was very impressed with it. My son and I and much of us went over to a company that had it there. E-Vike was the name of the company, and fought fish on it. And Adam J. We had a really good time. And 2 years ago, right? Yep, 2 years ago. Yep.
2 years ago.
Yep. It took me 2 years to pull the trigger on it. It is the same exact machine that we were playing with. So now we're going to be able to take it to shows. We're going to do some different things with it. It's a research event. It's a tool here at Batson Enterprises.
We're going to use it to show you the action and power of the rod.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll have Keller come do that in a little while.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the whole RCTB series because this particular one is built into a swordfish rod, right? But there's 10 different models in the RCTB series. So RCTB stands for Rainshadow Composite Tuna Blank. Right? Just because it says it's a tuna blank doesn't mean you always have to catch tuna with it. Just like all bass rods doesn't mean you got to go hitch bass with them. It's just different categories that we put these in. And the RCTB is an RX6 graphite and E-glass.
Hybrid blank.
It's a hybrid blank. It's a blend, and we've talked about blends before. I'll show you what I mean here. If you want to get in close here, Holly, you can see that there is a glass tip, and you can see the pattern, the glass pattern. Rolls here. You can see how it turns. Black is the glass, and then the graphite pattern. So what we're doing here is we're blending two materials, right?
And why did we choose those two materials?
Okay, you choose the material for the glass for the action. So you can see that, Holly? Me bending it? This is the glass bending, and this particular one stops right about here, and you can see that's about how far it bends down. And we use the graphite for the stiffness, for the power, for lifting. So all of the RCTB series are made this way via glass. And depending on the power, as the powers get lighter, the glass gets pulled farther back. As the powers get heavier, the glass goes farther up. Pretty simple. It's been around for a while. We didn't make this thing up. This was done by other companies, and we've just kind of put the Batson spin into it. But 10 models. So let's start with the lightest model.
Okay, what am I grabbing?
I got it right here.
Oh.
And all of these rods are built. I've got the rods that I have built here, so people can see what they look like built. I have rods from Check and Bottom. I have rods from Italo Bussi from Italy. I have a rod from Doc Ski up there. I have a rod from Juan Isidro, Arthur Garcia from Texas, Pat Mayer from California, and Bill Haven. So I got all these rods are built in my collection, and I like to show built rods just because the actions do change a little bit once you add guides and stuff to them. So we're going to pull on this one first.
Love it.
And it being built and being rods been used, I'm not going to put on safety glasses today. I think we'll be fine. This particular one is the lightest in our series. This is rated 40 to 80, so it's a solid 60-pound rod. And this one is the RCTB 56H. So it's a 5.5 foot blank. You can see it's longer than 5.5 foot because what Doc did, Doc built this rod, he mounted it into a butt. So the rod goes in this far into the butt, and this is an aluminum butt made for stand-up trolling rod, basically is what this rod is. And this is the lightest one, so this is a 60-pound rod. And if you ever have a chance to come see the Batson collection, this is an awesome piece of work. It has the Batson name weaved up one side, the Batson name weaved down the other side, and it has the Alps logo on here. This is a beautiful rod that Doc Ski built. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the action of this one. And you'll be able to see this is a pretty light action rod. See how quick it is and how far back it pulls? This is what I would call a 60-pound stick. Great for trolling. They use it for a lot of different things, from wahoo fishing to smaller tunas, things like that. So it's got a nice action. It's got plenty of backbone. And you can see this one is built with all rollers. Just I was highlighting the Alps rollers. Does a rod like this need rollers? Not really, but I like it. It looks cool. So that is the lightest in the series. So that's what we call the H. There's an H, and then there's double XH. So the double XH, we're going to wait. I'm going to show you that one when we do the Check and Bottom rod, because that's what he builds his rods with, and I'll have Keller show you the action of that one a little bit later. So let's go to the 70 triple XH. Let me see. Hold on a second. 70 triple XH. Nope, that's the 8-footer. Sorry.
You're okay. This one?
Yeah, let's try that one. So, and I want to also highlight some different things. So I'm going to talk about that right now. This one is built for California rail rod style. This is our Rail Dog grips. It's a heavy-duty grip. You can put it on the rail. It's bulletproof.
Right in the name.
Right. Rail Dog grips, right? We bought this trademark from Bill Havens. He didn't want to distribute it, and I asked if I could, so I bought the trademark. And these are a Rail Dog grip. Heavy duty, bulletproof. Can't do anything to them. Yeah. Rail Dogs. That's for putting the rods on the rail. This one was built by Juan Isidro, a California rod builder for our collection. Good old Juan. You remember Juan?
I remember Juan.
Yep. And this is the 70 Quad X. So this is a heavy duty rod.
Broomstick.
Yeah, it's a broomstick. And he also has a style of a railroad grip. And this is cork tape. So he I guess, he put 1 or 2 layers of cork tape and then put the Batson cold shrink over the top.
Which we do have a video on how to do that process on our YouTube channel.
Yes, we do.
Enterprises.
Yep. And we're also making a new video on how to put the Rail Dog grip on.
Yes.
So people can put that on correctly, because you put it on wrong, it's a bear, right? So he did this rod. So we're going to pull on this rod, and this rod, we call this the Quad X. This is what we call our 130 Unlimited. A lot of guys are fishing 100-pound, with 200-pound, 300-pound top shot on there for catching big cows. I've seen people catch 300-pound tunas on a double X, but this just has more backbone to it.
Nice fast tip.
Yep, still fast. You can see the action on it, but just lots of power, right?
Woo, I'm slipping.
Right, with lots of power. So, RCTB series. So, this one is a beautiful build by Juan. Thank you, Juan. I'd like to show you one more. Let's pull off the green one right there. And this one was built by Pat Mayer, another custom rod made for me. And this is
spoiled.
A 7.5 foot what is that one? Juan's was 7. This is the 7.5 foot double. So they rate this 50 to 130. I fish 100 pound on it. Some people like a little more length. That's why we do them in different lengths. Same powers in different lengths. So we do a 5.5 foot, 6, 6.5 foot, 7, 7.5 foot, and 8 in different powers. Depending on what you're doing, depending on your boat, depending if you're trolling, a lot of different things.
And a lot of guys who do use these for tuna rods on the rail, they'll take the 8 foot and they'll cut off the tip to make it a little less fast and get a little bit more power out of it.
Yeah, because we have an 8 footer, and I was going to show that one. We have an 8 footer that people are modifying. You can modify any one of these blanks. I'm not a big fan of cutting too much off the tip, more off the back end. I think the Quad X is plenty of power. I mean, if you wanted a 5X or a 6X, yeah, you start cutting from the tip. Really not necessary. I think, personal opinion, you start getting too stiff, you start pulling hooks. You know, if that hook isn't really well placed or whatever, you can pull hooks with a stiffer rod. So I personally, I like a little more action in my rods, a little more tip, just less chance of pulling hooks.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the tips on these rods are good because when they're day dropping for swordfish, they want to see that little light bite.
Yeah, most definitely. You want to see that bite. So this one was done by Pat Mayer. You want to get close, give Pat a little love. This is a beautiful stick that he built for the Batson collection. As you can see, it has custom black and gold guides on there. And beautiful wraps. And this is the RCTB 76 XXH.
Oh. We're also going to be doing some giveaways today. We have something nice and pretty to show off.
Yes, we do.
After we go over these, so make sure you tune in. We're going to be giving away some of our RCT blanks, but with a nice little spin on them.
Yes, most definitely we're going to do that. So this is the 7.6 XX. We started with the 7 foot XX that was designed with the help of Bill Havens from Salty Dog. He designed that first 7 foot XX that we're catching cows with in California, and that's been a very popular blank. So we just kind of expanded on that series. I know a lot of people do a lot of different things with it, not just tuna. So I wanted to show this build.
Shark rods.
Yep. So I wanted to show the shark rod. And so a lot of guys are building shark rods with them. And this is a 70 XXX. So what they're doing, this one was built by our good friend Arturo Garcia down in Texas. You can see he's got the gimbal on there because a lot of these guys are putting 50 wides on here, fishing off the beach for big sharks, and they're gimbaling up and they're putting it in a harness and clamping into the harness. And you can see Arturo's.
You're gonna have a bunch of guys asking about that.
Yep. So Arturo turns his first guide around. It collects line better instead of slapping. It collects the line this way and slows it down. Go through the rest of the guides. And Arturo is, I love his marble jobs. All right. And this particular one has a custom titanium roller top by AB1, a company that I used to represent at one point in time. Beautiful guide. Beautiful product. That's a pure titanium guide. But so they're building shark rods with these things also. Even up to the 8 footers. I know guys are taking some of these 7s and putting them into aluminum butts, getting more extension on them. A lot of different things you can do. You don't pigeonhole yourself in
one application.
One application for any particular blank.
Yeah.
I mean, I've used blanks, all kind of stuff for different things. So.
But today we are talking about swordfish.
We did talk about swordfish, and we're going to talk a little more about swordfish.
I'm ready.
All right. So I also wanted to show. There's one more I wanted to show. I wanted to show the 8 footer.
Okay.
All right. So this is the 8 footer. This thing is a beast. This one was built by Bill Havens. This has the Alps TC heavy guides on there, but you can see it's an 8 footer. So I know guys. I mean, this blank is so universal. I know guys that are taking this 8 footer, putting an aluminum butt in it, putting this in an aluminum butt, so they can get the length, and they're standing on these platforms shark fishing in Texas.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah, so those guys with the big trucks with the shark. So they're using even this rod. I know guys that have taken this rod for giant bluefin tuna fishing. So there's so many different things you can do with this rod. So this is the 8 footer.
Or can you use it for swordfish?
You could use anything for swordfish. I think the tip is better. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome rod. And this one was built by Bill Havens, Salty Dog. This is another rod in the Batson collection. I'm a big tuna guy, so I got lots of tuna rods in my collection. I got lots of tuna rods. And RCTB is a fan favorite of a lot of people. So I want to show one more. I'm going to show one more.
He wants to show one more before we fight the fish.
Yeah, we'll get Keller out here pretty soon.
I don't know where Keller is.
We're going to get Keller out here fighting.
Keller!
I want to show this one. So this is another RCTB, and this is the 66 XXH.
Oh.
So, you know, obviously it's shorter. Yeah, we can pull on this rod. And I want to show, if you want to come up close, this is a special build by my Uncle Italo Bussi. Uncle Italo Bussi. He's got some beautiful
Are you going back
wraps.
to Italy soon?
He's coming to visit with us for a couple weeks.
Oh, he is coming this summer,
He's
isn't
got
he?
a little tuna on there. That's a tuna weave. Does beautiful. He's got my initials, Bill Batson, on there.
Oh,
And
spoiled.
this is a spiral wrap. I like to fish big fish spiral wrap. Then that's Italo's logo, dedicated to my close friend Bill. He says, beautiful rod.
He's amazing.
So this is just a 6.6 XX. And you can see it's got plenty of power. Don't worry, finish cook crap, it's fine. It's got plenty of power, right? I can land anything with this rod. Like I said, the RCTB series is so universal. 10 models in that series. RX6.
Do we have them in stock right now?
RX6, oh, I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I think that we just got an order of them in. That's what I heard.
That's good to know because very popular blanks. I know that we have some of them in different lengths in stock. We did just get in 35,000 blanks though.
Yeah.
700 cartons.
Got to look through a couple of them.
So they're still putting stuff away, taking care of, just trying to restock.
Yeah.
Business has been crazy.
It has.
We're such a blessed company why don't you go find your brother?
Okay, wait. Okay,
Hey,
bye.
somebody go find Keller for me. Please. Thank
There
you,
we go.
Ryan. Remember, we're in a working warehouse.
We
so
are.
A lot
We
of
like
stuff
to do
going
this in
on.
the warehouse so we can
There's
pick up
1,
stuff.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people out here right now. There's usually 6 out here, or 7, counting Shad.
We like to make it harder for them to work by filming right in the middle of where they're
Yeah. Holly might give you a pan over there later.
Yeah.
Show.
Well, you're going to see it when we fight the fish, right?
You might see all the blanks sitting out
Yeah.
there right now, but we've got tons of stuff we're putting away.
Yeah.
We're very blessed, but lead times are longer and longer. Please be patient with us. If we don't have something in stock, we'll have it soon.
Yeah. Or we'll find a better one for you.
Yeah, we're really good at and we're really good at substituting. If we don't have a certain item, we can substitute with something else. Call Carrie or Eddie or myself or Mike or James.
Phone number is 360. Is it 681?
Yeah, 681.
681-2381.
Yep. All right.
And we wanted to talk about Blake for a second because he does run charters. So if you do want to go sword fishing, you want to try out one of these blanks, they're on his boat, and you can reach him at, I'm going to give his personal cell phone number out because he said it was okay.
Oh, wow.
214-980-4944. Call him, set up a charter, get on the boat, get a swordfish. He's your guy.
Yep. We have a lot of different pro staff throughout the world, right? He'd be one of our Texas offshore guys or the Texas offshore guy. We have guys in California. So if you ever have any questions about different fisheries and different parts of the country or different parts of the world, just email us, Batson@batsonenterprises.com, and say, hey, I'd like to go fish in California for giant bluefin. Who do you recommend? We can give you all kind of recommendations.
And if you are looking to build one of these up yourself or find a builder, you can also email us. We can send you builders near you. We can send you the build sheets for these specific blanks and tell you what parts and components we would put on your blank.
Yep. One thing about people love about us is we're all rod builders. We're all fishermen. And this is what we do. This is not a hobby for us. This is our livelihood. We've been doing it in our family for over 40 years. The Batson label is going on its 23rd year, and we're just blessed to be able to do what we do. So we're going to bring in Keller. We're going to show you what this new, or not the new, what the swordfish rod would look like as it gets hit, and fish will take a run, and we'll show you our little new machine. So enjoy this little short video with Keller Batson.
to the new toy, shall we?
Yeah, talk
want a
about the
mic?
new toy.
So you can hear me huff and puff and sweat and breathe hard on the
That's the
machine.
goal. I'm trying to embarrass you.
Okay.
You're my brother. As you can see, warehouse blanks.
More and more blanks showing up. So, as you can see, this is our new toy. This is from Italy. It's called a Scari Marine Technology Fish Fighting Simulator Machine. This particular one has, I don't know, how many different fish we got on there, Sean?
Scattery.
7 or 8? 7 or 8 different fish, and we're going to get different fish. Right now we have tuna and GT, obviously my favorite GT, trout, a couple different things. So,
Then you got open river and open ocean.
open river, open ocean.
Bunch of
So-
different modes.
Bunch of different modes. So this is a new toy that we bought for ourselves. It's a tool, not a toy. I keep saying toy, but it's a tool that us also going to have fun. So we're going to show. We want to show the tip of this rod. So this particular rod is the RCTB.
Made by Check and Bottom.
Yep, 56 XXH. Their basic builds with a little splatter paint and some bright colors, and we've got the Winthrop butt and the roller tip. So we're going to go ahead, and I want you to focus on the tip of this rod, Holly. You might want to come to this side a little bit, or whatever is the best for you. Keller is going to put this on there. Do you want a straight rod or do you want a bent?
Feels more comfortable bent.
Okay. Okay. I want to preface it something first. Most times fighting fish like this, you're going to have a strap where you clip in, and it's going to be a leg plate where you fight that fish with your legs and not so much your back. We don't have our plate right now. I prefer the.
Just got a little belly button to make do for now.
Yeah, he's got just a little belly button right now, but I prefer the Grillix. They make a beautiful plate that goes on your legs, easy strap on the back, clips in. I've fought many a fish with something very similar to that, but I would prefer the Grillix, and one day when we get our Grillix back, I will show you what that looks like. But anyways,
Okay.
we're going to go ahead and, do you want to,
I'm gonna give the warning.
you're going to go ahead and
Do the
start?
honors.
You wanna go ahead and-
Where's the start?
It says, what is fine? It says on. Yeah,
Says
it's on.
On.
All right, so
Let
as you
the-
can see in the background, there's the tuna, and
I'm supposed to let it take some line before I engage the drag.
you're supposed to let it take, is it taking line yet?
There it goes.
All right, fish is taking line. Look at the school of fish behind him.
You can see the tip
yeah,
there. Oh,
yeah.
there's the bite.
There's the bite. So very similar bite, right?
There you
Got
go.
fight in
Oh,
progress.
there it is. So there's the fish taking off. Fish is taking line. Go ahead and lift on the tip. Let us see it. There you go. You can see the tip of that rod. It's got plenty of power. And if you guys notice, the tip, there it goes. That fish is taking off now.
Waking
All right.
up. It's waking
The
up.
fish is starting to wake up.
Oh,
Oh, that's why it's good to have a fighting belt. So, anyways, I just wanted to specify, mainly look at the tip when that fish started biting, Holly, because that's what it looks like with the swordfish when it starts to bite. It's a very light bite.
very light.
Yeah, very light bite, son. Don't worry about it. We know you have better fish fighting skills than that. So basically, we just wanted to show you what the tip looks like. And there's Keller with the fish behind him. So, yeah.
All
Anyways, there's a beautiful shot of the tip. Nope. All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you, son.
My pleasure.
Yep. All right. Let's go, Holly.
There we go.
All right. So we will do more on the fish fighting simulator once we get it a little more dialed in. We have a new part of our facility that we just finished setting up. They've done a great job putting together our new rod building area, different tables. We're going to have this machine set up in there. It's a whole nother section of another building next to us. So that'll be fun.
Do a walkthrough.
We'll definitely do a walkthrough once we get our internet set up over there. Right? I think it's an internet thing right now.
Okay.
So anyways, it's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
Talk's back, baby.
Blank Talk's back. We'll be here. Well, I won't be here next week. See, I already jumped on another plane. So maybe you
Blame
guys
him.
maybe you guys can do something.
Keller and I will do something.
Yep.
He's got the mic on.
I know he does.
Okay.
So anyways, I just want to thank you all. You get to meet part part of my family here and our team. If you're ever in the area, come by and see the Batson facility. We just want to say thank you for all you guys do. We would not be the company we are today without all of our partners and our friends and our family. That's who everybody is. So, anybody else have anything to say?
Make sure that you like us on Facebook. You're on it there right now. Send us an email if you have any questions. Find our YouTube page to find all of our past Blank Talk episodes if you have any questions about blanks. If that question is not answered, reach out to us. We can build an entire new episode around what you want to know.
Yep, most definitely. So everybody, aloha, God bless, and fish on.
Fish on!
Good job.